Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code Mase, Cam, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killa, what's good?
Murder, what up, bro? How you?
Chilling, man. How was the game yesterday?
It was good, man. It was a real good atmosphere, man. It really was.
Facts.
I wanted to be there. Stat was in the nosebleed.
Yeah, you was in the nosebleed or the skybox.
I was literally in a suite, and then I texted Cam. I was like, "Where you at?" And he was like, "I'm going to send somebody to come get you. We going to sit on the court." What you said? You said feet on the floor or
feet
something.
on the water, it ain't no good. Pause.
There we go.
You know
I'm
what
learning
saying?
something new every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Did
So,
your boo show up?
I don't got no boo at all.
You know what's crazy? So I was texting Stephen A. son.
That mean he did.
Yo, listen,
Can we
man,
make that very clear? I do not have a boo.
and I'm gonna have to say it's on national TV. I didn't want to have to do this on national TV. White chocolate, you gotta stop at this point, all right? We tried to hook you up. Stat don't like you. No disrespect, I think you're a nice person. You can't keep stalking Stat, all right? I didn't want to do this on live television. You can't keep DMing. You can't keep randomly being where she's at. You can't. She doesn't like. She thinks you're nice. We all think you're like. Stop. You have to stop at this point. Stat posts that we're on the floor at the game. All of a sudden, you just randomly happen to be walking by at the game.
What?
You have to stop.
Is he lying,
at this
Stat?
point.
Cam is telling the absolute truth.
Yeah,
Can't no lie.
You have listen. You have to stop. Like we get it, bro. We understand. And we appreciate you. The gifts, they bought Murder the Crush, bought me some weed. Stat is not into you. And no disrespect, this isn't the way to go about being on the show. You text me the other day, I have some ideas for the show. No, no disrespect, I'm not saying you don't, but we'll take applications in June when the off season for September, and that's when we'll talk to you about things for the show. If we see each other, I hope it's still all love, but you have to leave Stat alone at this point, all right? Thank you, appreciate that.
That was definitely some big brother shit. Y'all said.
Yo, it's getting weird now. It's getting kind of crazy.
He's like, oh, I'm in yoga. You're in yoga.
Yo, Phil, we was talking about the shit, and I swear everything I love. We was saying something, and Church was like, yo, what nigga, the nigga right? We was talking about the nigga. Church was like, damn, nigga, go. I said, nah, get the fuck out of here. Then he act like he didn't see us, and was like, do. Just kept walking. I was like, but you're a cool nigga. I'll fuck with you.
Stat, does he want you that bad?
I mean, a lot of people do.
Oh, shit. Oh, Stat. Stat, Killa is talking about stalking. This is
Yeah,
not
no, that's
something to joke
no.
about.
Everything that they're saying is completely true. Like safety, my safety is important. Not saying anything.
Don't be
But, you know,
playing like that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy out here, Stat.
I knew that. I knew that. I'm learning that.
Something told me to ask you that. I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah, I felt to me, I felt creeped out.
And then you feel creeped out.
And I don't mean this maliciously, because I think you're a cool guy. You talked about deals. You could get us everything else. I'm not even talking about for the show, other things. We appreciate, but you got to leave Stat alone at this point. We would appreciate that. I tried to help, it didn't work, but you have to move on. But the game, Murder was a good game. You know, Stat hit me, asked me where I was at. She was in a suite. I said, I had tickets for you, but you told me you was going with Instagram.
I didn't.
That's what you told me. You was like, well, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. If you're going with the Instagram, fine.
Going with Instagram, they got you in the skybox.
Yeah, so then she's like, let's take a picture. But then, you know, my connects, got her sitting back next to me. I said, you could have been. She's like, I didn't know. I said, you the one threw Instagram in my face. You know what I'm saying?
Tried to go Insta. Tried to go IG. She thought she was a part
shout out
of
to Instagram. We really appreciate that you're working with staff. There's no malicious intent with that because I need my page. I appreciate all the things y'all do for me at Instagram as well. So I'm not belittling Instagram whatsoever. Thank you. You guys help me promote and market and everything else. But I'm just saying, a suite is lovely. But the thing what happened at the game, Murder, was that when she sat with me, niggas start hitting her like, yo, oh, you down there. It's a fact or not. I'm just telling you. Niggas say, oh, we see you now. I said, yes. So I do. I said, yo, come here, yo, Floyd, this I know y'all met on the Zoom and all that, Stephen A., Kendrick Perkins. You know, we in the cut. We go sit next to Theonis.
The Nassus.
I call him T.A., all right?
T.A.
Yeah, my man T.A. Because I interviewed Thanasis on my show the other night. It comes out, it'll be out next Tuesday. Stephen A. episode will be out Thursday. But he was going crazy. Me and him had a debate, Murder. I want to ask you this because I know we got to start the show, but I want to ask you this, and it could be anybody.
Yeah.
If you had to start a team today, who would you start a team with? That was our debate, me and T.A., the nonsense.
He would say Giannis.
You already, he best. I told him he don't got no choice but to say that.
Yeah. That's a good start.
But you had one player in the NBA today. Who would you, Mase, Murder, Betha, Dollar start a team with?
I'm starting my team with Curry.
Steph Curry?
I'm starting my team with Curry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my answer was a 29-year-old Joker. He's averaging the triple-double. Yeah. He leads the league in assists.
Yeah, that's the second player I'm putting on the team.
Yeah, so what he was saying was, do the Joker run down and chase blocks? Nah, that ain't his skill, but
that ain't what we need
that ain't
him
what
to
he do.
Neither.
Yeah, I say, yo, we have a center leading the league in assists.
Yeah,
yo, bro, you know how crazy that sounds? And then not only that, we not acting like he's Shaq or even your brother for that particular argument, but he's shooting 58% from the field, 57, 56% from the field. And it ain't all layups. Mm-hmm. You know, Shaq averages 59% from the field, dunking on niggas, et cetera. So even Giannis, he's sitting there, might average 55% from the field, but you know where they at with it. Joker all this. So I wanted to ask you that. But
if Joker get 2 more championships, they're gonna put him above Shaq.
Maybe it's a possibility. I know Shaq don't want to hear that. But.
I know Shaq. That's why I said it. Shaq definitely don't want. I'm trolling you, Shaq.
Yeah. And just real quick, I cannot wait to see that episode between you and Thanasis because the dynamic that you guys have is so funny. Like every time Giannis would score, he pointing at Cam like, what? Because I guess the whole...
the nigga Giannis get... Because we kind of was sitting next to each other, so Giannis get a block. He said, tell the Joker to do that. All right, bro.
Was he sitting in my seats?
Nah, he wasn't sitting in your seats. He had his own seat, but your seats was occupied by some young ladies I seen because I called Beffa. I said, Beffa, I got your tickets. I can't miss my prior engagement. And that's why I fuck with Beffa because whatever he has to do and whatever time he has to do, he's willing to miss a championship game. And he had 2 tickets. He didn't want to go.
Okay, so
he wasn't sending your joints.
Yeah. Okay, so
I filled them with beauty.
It's approved. Yeah. Approved. Okay, so let's actually talk about the game. So the Bucks are the 2024 NBA Cup champions after beating OKC 97-81. Obviously, we were there, but just after seeing it, Mase, what did you think of the game as a whole?
I was really excited about this game because Damian Lillard is back. He's back. I don't care what nobody say. Game time is back. Game time is back. And they needed to win this game. Even though Czech wasn't there, they couldn't afford to lose this game without Czech playing. And Giannis did what he was supposed to do. Damian Lillard did what he's supposed to do. And I'm even ready to say Doc Rivers is back. I know Killa doesn't want to hear this, but Doc is back. I'm ready to go on go on the line and say the Bucks is back my team, you know, in the East. I don't have on, green right now, but the Bucks is back my team. They're playing like the Bucks I know, and y'all know I got family down there in Milwaukee. Shout out to the Hines like Killa does. Shout out to the Hines family. Killa?
Yeah. Well, listen, man, it was a spectacular game. Before I even give my analysis of the game, Mase actually picked OKC to win this game.
No, I didn't. I changed.
I heard we go to the videotape. You picked those OKC.
I did, but then I said if they don't have check, they're not going to win.
I heard you say that before the show to White.
White, I didn't say that yesterday. I did. No, I did say the OKC, and then I said, but
White
check
real quick.
Yeah, put it on Brother Gante.
Yeah. Who pays you?
But it's not about that.
Just actually, I only asked you one question.
God pays me.
That's crazy that's what you call that man. If that's what you call that man, I respect that.
I'm keeping it a buck.
Okay.
He definitely took OKC.
Okay.
You took Milwaukee. He said, is Chet playing? We said, nah, Chet is out.
Okay.
And he changed
I believe
it back.
y'all.
He changed it to Milwaukee.
Okay, I'll take y'all word.
It's all good, though.
All right.
It's all good.
My nigga called nigga God like in too deep.
I never in my life called murder God. I'm talking about the man above.
Okay.
That's my man murder.
Nigga said, let him pray. Nigga in too deep, let him let him pray to God.
You guys pay me with this, man. You guys, man.
Nah, you know it's all. I'm just fucking with you. Now, I just thought Murder picked OKC, but if he switched, he switched. But it was a good switch. To be honest with you, I picked the Bucks, but it wasn't a confident pick for me, to be totally honest with you, because even without Chet, Oklahoma City's actually been playing really good. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't have the standards in front of me, but they're still in first place. And I was like, damn, they will be a real juggernaut when Chet comes back, because I'm be honest with you, I didn't think that they would maintain the number one seed without Chet. Are they still the number one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I didn't think that they would maintain the number one seed without Chet. They've been playing sensational without him. But what's going on right now, we're seeing the Milwaukee Bucks that we thought we were going to see at the beginning of the season. We knew that Dame was going through some things last year. We knew Doc Rivers came in a little before mid-season. We was thinking that it was problems possibly with Doc and Giannis. But listen, man, but the way the season started this year, we were like, it don't look good. The way the Cavs came out the gate, which Cavs are still playing sensational. Orlando is playing good. Of course, we see the Knicks, what they're doing. They're not as far as I thought they would be thus far. But we already know, we can see what the fuck going on in Philly, because we all had high expectations for Philly with Maxey, Paul George, and Embiid, and it's just a fucking mess over there. But right now, I think...
Is the GOAT playing?
That's your man. I call him Podcast P.
Podcast P. I got to take the GOAT off.
I call him Podcast P. But I think Milwaukee's hitting the stride. So I like where they're at. It was a great game to watch. It was close about 3.5 quarters, and then Milwaukee ended up pulling away. What I did see is, and me and Church was actually just so disgusted, is that the amount, and I don't know, people will blame Steph Curry or whatever, but it's coaching or whatever. The amount of threes that's being taken, and not just being taken, being missed, are crazy. And the way the offense is ran on both teams, and most of the teams in the NBA, when you're on a fast break, I've seen so many times, not just Dame Lillard have just about a layup, and people aren't closing in just yet. You have time to get the 2 points. He shoots it out to the corner for three. Same thing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You have an open layup, I'm not going to say completely open, but you shoot out to the corner for three, and then you miss so many different threes. Oklahoma City, I don't know what they shot percentage-wise, but they missed a lot, including Shai. But there's so many threes that they're missing. And then I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, on a fast break, and whatever, you could say Cam or the date like that, whatever. But I remember on the fast break, the wings would cut to the basket. Like, you got a 3-on-1, your conversion, the wings cut to the basket.
Out,
These niggas is going to the corners. And this doesn't work like
they're
that.
automatic.
Right, exactly. Like it's double dribble or something from Nintendo. I'm sitting there like, nobody even does the 3-man weave anymore. I don't even know. Do you practice the 3-man weave? Is that part of the culture anymore? I have no idea. But it was too many.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it was too many potential 2-pointers to pass up for 3-pointers that wasn't made on both ends, to be honest with you.
16% from 3 OKC.
See, I mean, and listen, I have looked at no numbers on that, but I watched it live. Like, yo, what the fuck? So White is enlightening me that they shot 16%. And it looked like they shot 16% when I watched the game. So, I don't know, man. I just don't like if you got a 3, you got a 3. But to turn down a great 2-pointer to take a possible 3 is fucking shit up.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And then even the Thunder, so they shot 1 for 17 from the 3 in the opening stretch of the game, equivalent to 6%. And we've seen SGA play, obviously.
6% is wow. 6%. What? Do you think they were partying too much in Vegas?
I don't even think that. There could be a lot of external factors too. Maybe like just the vibe of it, a different stadium.
They
like
normally hit around 99 points.
Yeah.
This game, they were about 18 points shy of that. Yeah. So, and that's what they would have needed to win the game.
Yeah. Well, even SGA, so he had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Like, for him, that's obviously not his best. So it's like we didn't see our best SGA. We didn't see our best J-Dub. Obviously, Chet is out, even though Hardenstein did what he could do in that position.
That's what happens when you play somebody that's better than you. You actually don't do what you normally do because you're playing somebody of higher quality.
Yeah. Point. Okay, and then just overall about the Cup. So the stats show that actually viewership and ticket prices have declined. What kind of improvements, just from being there, seeing it, watching it, do you think the Cup could make to make it more entertaining for people?
Have somebody entertain at halftime, you know? Also, you're in Vegas, so I think, you know, just like they have the Lakers girls, they might have to introduce the Vegas girls. Not go too far, but, you know, as far as they can go, and that they can make it more entertaining. What else could make it more entertaining? Have us do the game. That will make it more entertaining. Mm-hmm. I think we're in a new media space where people got to accept the change. You know, old black media is not, or old mom and pop media is not where it's at anymore. People are looking for new voices and new things, and I think, you know, that's something that'll light the arena up.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy when I went to the semifinals and Nick went with me, and we was walking through the arena, and Nick was like, yeah, Cam, that nigga Jello don't want to have the lick contest with you in these arenas, my nigga. I said, I'm trying to tell you, no, nigga, I know this is all new to you, but it's what we do out here, my nigga. He said he don't want to do that, but that's a great suggestion. It's like even when Snoop was announcing boxing for them joints on
when Snoop said, you play football.
Yeah.
You don't play boxing.
Yeah, Snoop, you know, Nate Robinson got knocked down. He said, oh, Lord. Yeah. And then when Mike Tyson was fighting Roy Jones, she said, yeah, Roy. That's like you know, it just brings a different dynamic. So that's a great suggestion, Mase. But last year, my opinion too, and I think you're right, but it's also, to me, we're in Vegas and it's the markets as well. When you got the Lakers playing in the championship last year, they up the block.
Everybody comes from LA.
Yeah, not everybody's come from LA, not just LA. They probably come from California, not just California. The Lakers as a brand, people love. And I don't remember who they played in the championship. Who they play, Stat? While I continue to finish.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Oh, the Pacers.
Right, so they played the Pacers as well. But I don't know, and I love Milwaukee and I love OKC. I think they both have superstars on both teams, but is it sexy to Vegas? And that's the question you have to ask. Because maybe you have 30 or 40% of the arena people who come from their hometown to see these games, but then you have the other 60% of people who live in Vegas. And that may not be appealing to the people who actually live in Vegas or surrounding areas to see Milwaukee against OKC, and that's about branding teams instead of superstars. Yeah, we know Giannis. A lot of people, when I say, what I consider like, when we talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? He's a two-time first team, actually reigning two-time first team All-NBA. And when I bring him up to the females, they be like, who? Who that?
Yeah, I was about to say that. They're like blue collar basketball players.
Right. And it's
superstars.
Right. And it's different things and it's like, for instance, it's like, and I'm not being funny because I know we had back and forth, but I'll bring that up in a minute before I get to that. It's like when Floyd used to fight, everybody come to Vegas, whether you going to the fight or not. Bitches, it was almost like Memorial in South Beach, yo. Floyd fighting. They don't know who he's fighting. They don't know the day he's fighting. They know it's a weekend that he's fighting. And bitches is coming to see Floyd, and niggas is going because the bitches is coming, not just boxing fans. It's an event when Floyd fights.
It's casuals.
Exactly. Larry, how was it out here whenever Floyd had a fight over the years?
It was bananas.
Like,
always big money.
I'm just saying the city is
the city is lit. It's super lit.
For the whole weekend?
For the whole weekend. Nonstop. Him and Mike Tyson are probably the best that I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
For sure.
And this is somebody who grew up and was raised here. So what I was going to say is like when you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's not a household name among just females. But if you're a basketball fan such as us, yeah, you know who the hell he is. If you're a casual, you're not necessarily watching for Shai. And he's not American. And what I've noticed that the last few years, the NBA has been looking for somebody to be the face of the NBA besides LeBron. And if you notice, they never try to pick anybody from overseas. They're waiting for Jason Tatum. They're trying to do Anthony Edwards. They're trying to figure out John Morant could have been it, but he had off-the-court issues because they want an American to be the face of the NBA because you could have picked the Joker a long time ago. Shai Gilgeous been killing for the last couple years. Giannis been doing his thing. He's a world champion as well. But you won't replace LeBron or sometimes Steph Curry, but you're trying to figure out American to be the face, and it hasn't happened yet. But just these two teams, I think that was kind of the problem on ticket sales, my personal opinion. And Mase is absolutely correct as well. You have to do other things outside of the,
Just play basketball.
Right, exactly. It is, okay, cool. Milwaukee's not a great market, even though they have Giannis and you're familiar, and they may not be familiar with the stars on OKC. But yeah, you have better talent, you have better commentators, you bring other entertainment to support the lack of knowledge of fans that's not buying the tickets.
And another thing is because they're so used to stars not playing in this climate of basketball, you're not sure who's gonna play. Even though it's a championship game, you think everybody should play, but you just never know when it comes to players these days. And we watch it just last year. The championship was about $390. This year it was $75 average. So it dropped tremendously. And when you're
and just so we may talk about ticket sales, right?
Yeah, the tickets last year was like $300, almost $400. And then this year the ticket sales is $79. So you really have to take that into consideration. When something drops that fast, is really something they need to pay attention to.
Yeah. You guys both definitely make a lot of good points. And even like also to Cam's point, like for the teams that were in the finals this year, it's like if it was where they were at, I think it would bring out a lot more people. Like you said, in Vegas, you wanted to be flashy. Even if they kind of combined the semifinals and finals, something where it's like more teams are here all at once rather than them leaving. And then you have a couple days later, then you got to wait till Tuesday to see a finals game with two teams that may not be your favorite.
Look, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, for instance, let's just say it was the Knicks. Niggas would have been there because the Knicks don't win shit. Niggas would have been like,
oh yeah, it would have been.
It would have been crazy.
It would have been like Floyd if
exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Niggas would have flew out here. You've been seeing niggas with Knick hats walking around, all this shit. And that's what matters. The niggas, and then if they would have won.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That's the championship they needed.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Facts. Okay, so the NBA has unveiled a revamped format for the 2025 All-Star Games. It'll be a 4-team tournament, 3 teams of 8 NBA All-Stars, the 4th team of Rising Stars. Each game is the first to 40 points with a total prize pool of $1.8 million, and the winning team players get $125,000 each, so more incentives for players in the game. Mase, do you like this new format? And then how do you feel about, all these changes still being made, not even just in the NBA season, but also the All-Star?
I like this. I think this is a cool approach. This lets me know that the NBA is listening to Cam and I. It definitely lets us know this because every time we mention something, Adam Silver and them do their version of what we're talking about. And I really appreciate them being willing to make the adjustments to make it more suitable for the fans that are paying their hard-earned money to watch a great weekend of basketball. I really like the time when they put Stephen Curry versus Sabrina. That was really cool. She came so close to almost beating Steph, and I think that did a lot even for women's basketball. But when we come back to the All-Star Weekend and think about this new strategy to put 8 players on 3 different teams that consist of the same 24 players, but now each player gets run. So this is going to be interesting because sometimes there's people on those All-Star teams that feel like they should be starting, but somebody was voted over them. This cuts out all of the ambiguity and allows them all to play. And then when you got the rising stars, which is the young players who may be a first or second year player that feel like I should have been an All-Star anyway, it definitely allows for it to be more competitive. I'm not sure if they still have the rookie game and the sophomore game, but if they keep the rookie and the sophomore game as well as do this, I think that becomes a better weekend. But I wouldn't remove the rookie in the sophomore game.
Yeah, I think it's better than what we've been getting.
Yeah.
And
but we still need the All-Stars versus the Europeans.
And that's what I'm
You're
getting.
scared to do that.
That's what I'm about to allude to. I think it's better than what we've been getting. And I think that it's cool that they're trying to switch it up. First, before I even get to that, the money that you're offering these guys, some of them make that in the first quarter, especially if it's an all-star game. So you're offering them $125,000, which I'm not sneezing at. But when you got Giannis making $400,000 a game, give it to my little man. Ace Boogie. He's in the cleaners. He say, give him the change. Like, let him keep the change. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not going to say sneeze at the money, but it's not real incentive to make these niggas be like, oh, I'm going to go crazy. That's first and foremost. It's like when I watched the Family Feud, and I love the Family Feud first and foremost. But when you got 5 niggas splitting $20,000 and you got to pay taxes, what are they really winning? Family Feud gets all this sponsorship money, all these dollars. Steve Harvey been there, all these people, and you got these families jumping up and down for $20,000, and there's 5 people, so it's $4,000 to split. Then you got to pay taxes. It's $2,000. They have to buy these green outfits so they all can match with each other. They're not really winning any money. And if you win 5 days in a row, you get a 1 car. It's 5 of them. They get 1 car. These prizes is whack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying for the NBA, the amount of money y'all generate, to me, when it's all-stars, like tonight, I was talking and we was like, yo, they get this amount of money for winning the cup. And I'm like, it may not mean a lot to Giannis, but it's going to mean a lot to the 12th man or the 11th man or the 10th man or the 9th man on the team, which is great for them because, some of them on rookie contracts, they don't have a lot of endorsement deal. They're just good basketballers. It means them to that. It means something to them. When you're an all-star, that means you're top creme de la creme, and you usually gotta have a good contract. But I do agree with Mase. They're paying attention and they're trying to switch the format up. And I think this is a better format of what we've been getting. But this, to me, it alludes back to what I was saying in the previous segment. Y'all scared, like Mase was about to say, to put y'all against the European players, or not just European players, because we have Canadian players, America against the rest of the world, because I don't think that y'all think that America will win. And then if America doesn't win, he's going to feel like we lost the grip pause on the game. And I don't know what consequences that has for the NBA, because people have been trying to get this done for the last 5-6 years, chatting about it here and there. But y'all say, you know what? Forget that. Let's split 24 niggas up into 3 teams. Look, man, let's get it on. Let's get Shea. Let's get Giannis. Let's get the Joker. Let's get Luka against LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, Tatum.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Luka
versus Kyrie.
What are we beating around the bush pause about this
That's
for?
the game people want.
Yeah, because what happens is this, sit there and say, well, we just did the Olympics and we know that we're the best team, the best country in the world, which is nobody's debating that. That's not a debate. But when you get other countries collectively teaming up.
Yeah. Versus all the Americans teaming up.
Right, exactly. Let's see what happens then. I'm not mad at the new format, but I'm not happy either. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so counter argument, Kevin Durant said, and I want to get you guys' opinion. He said, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It seems terrible. We should go back to East versus the West and just play a game. I think we've been trying to bring that flair back somehow with All-Star Weekend. I think we just keep it traditional. We'll see how this one works. What do you think, Mase?
Nah. If the last 5 times y'all got on the court, y'all wasn't really playing, then it's hard to say just keep it traditional. I think that's what we're even going through with in every aspect of life. It's like the older niggas want to keep it the way it is. The young niggas is like, y'all had y'all turn. And that's why when you have an opportunity to do something, you have to do it to the max, pause, because you're setting a bar and a legacy for what's to come. And the more you do it right, the more pause people will have to follow suit. But the more it starts dwindling in expectation and productivity, then people look at it and say, well, I could do that. And then they want to take it in another direction. And that's what we're looking at when it comes to the All-Star game. And just really blame it on last year's All-Star game. Whoever was in that game, you're the reason. You're the reason. You're part of the reason why they're thinking about doing it this way. Not all of you, but there were some that was just, it's the All-Star game.
Yeah, and last year was terrible, but it's been terrible for the last few years. And people don't compete. I was actually sitting next to a young lady earlier today, and she's, I won't say what she does, but she's part of the shits with the NBA. And she was just like, yo, how much these niggas getting to play tonight? Because they was almost fighting and scrapping on the floor and everything. And so again, I told her how much. She was like, yeah, because All-Star is not this. This must be some chicken they playing for, because I do All-Star weekends and they ain't doing all this. And I say, yeah, it's lackadaisical. Nobody plays defense. I get it. Y'all don't want to get hurt and mess up the rest of the season because it's close to the end of the playoffs, so on and so forth. But, what happens is what Mase said. He made a great point. When you have younger players, they're saying, listen, Pops, we get it. Them days is over. But then when you got the older players, like, yo, I remember Kobe was playing defense on Michael Jordan. And when Magic first got the HIV and he came back, niggas is like, I was there for that. I'm just giving the other side of the coin because I agree with that take, but you got to think about it from the other side of the coin, like, word, so you was there when Magic got HIV and he came back and played an All-Star and hit the last shot. It was magical, huh? Because when you're telling that, because yeah, no pun intended, because when you tell that story as an older person to somebody who doesn't know what a rotary phone is, or when you show them a beeper, what a beeper is, or when you show them a CD, they're confused or don't know how to read a watch with hands on it. Them stories sound like Disneyland, like, So Magic Court age, you said, right? Got kicked out the league. They brought him back for All-Star. He hit the last shot at the buzzer to win the All-Star and got the MVP with the ace. Bad. I hear you, my nigga. It sounds crazy, but that's what really happened. But if you're a younger nigga, you don't really want to hear that because niggas used to tell me stories about shit when I wasn't around. I remember
Bill Russell.
Yeah, not even Bill Russell murder. I'm talking about how much money we was getting out here. Niggas in the street. Yo, nigga, Frank Luke and these nigga, this whole shit was crazy.
I walk away from it.
Exactly, like
yo, Killa, come on.
Yeah, like, because this goes beyond basketball. It goes, I'm just giving a scenario because older niggas will sit there like, yo, nigga, man, we was out, and I'm not talking about basketball, I'm talking about street shit in Harlem when you dealing with niggas when you have to deal with them because you live here.
Yeah, niggas like, y'all getting money.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't getting money like them niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, nigga.
And that's what niggas want to tell niggas. Like, that's what I'm saying. You have to put yourself in them young people's shoes.
In your 19-year-old brain.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, for real. I ain't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, me neither. But the problem is, when I'm just giving inner city kids like me and Mase grew up in White, of course, that you can walk away from it, but you live here. You're gonna come back later, and it's gonna be more wild stories that you're gonna be like, yo, my nigga. Because a nigga can't get a story right when we was growing up in 3 days.
Yeah.
If somebody get punched in the face on a Sunday, by Wednesday he got carjacked, smacked, pistol whipped,
his eye exploded, all that.
Exactly. So
yo, you had to be there. Oh, they hit him with a lock.
Yeah,
a lock.
Exactly. All the remixes be crazy. So I know I was long-winded, but to what Kevin Durant's saying is, I just don't think the effort is there. The viewership is going down. Niggas is definitely not chilling. Niggas was definitely not even trying to stick around in Indianapolis cold ass last year.
No.
So niggas like, I don't give a fuck about the game. It's freezing. They should have picked somewhere else. And no disrespect to the city of Indianapolis, just was cold as a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was cold.
But I think that what's been going on East vs. West hasn't been working in a long time, and I don't know if this new format is, but I know one thing. Like I said, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but those foreign players will look at America like a plate because that's how bad they would want to win. I seen the night murder. Me and Church was a little disgusted by it, to be totally honest with you. Nigga, Giannis was crying. Okay, MVP. I'm like, really? Crying? It's the cup, bro. Y'all in 5th place. You're in 5th. But I get it. The refugee from Africa to get to Greece to get to America. You know, like I said, me and T had a long conversation, but crying, you got a real league MVP, you got a finals MVP, you got a championship. It's the cup. Pause.
What were y'all saying yesterday? Y'all have delayed, what was it? Delayed sensitivity?
No, delayed emotional intelligence.
That sounds like a diss, but that's what that was. You said crying. I get it, but nah, that's what that was.
but see, that's what I'm saying, and that was a great point. But see, that's what I was saying yesterday. To me, I'm saying I get it because it just sounds good, but I don't get it. I'm not even delayed. I have no delay. That's why I
said denied emotional.
That's why I finished it with nah.
You guys are
yeah, but that's a good point. So
yeah, he feel like all he went through to get this award, and who would ever thought when I was in Greece I'd be winning the cup in Vegas?
Yeah, and just
shut up,
like flags.
Yeah,
it's literally flags.
This is a nigga. I remember the nigga when they won the championship that year. The nigga pulled up the Chick-fil-A on the gram and said, because he scored 50 in the final game to win the chip. He said, "Give me a 50-piece nugget." This Giannis, he in the drive. Yo, I need it. Telling the people, yo, give me a 50 piece. I had one last night. I want one right now. I like that shit.
I like that.
That's the shit I like. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when I see this cup shit, pause, as opposed to a nigga who had 50 in a closeout game to win a championship, stunt the next day, go to Chick-fil-A and say, you need a 50 piece because I just had one last night. I liked it. I want another one. That's the shit I salute and I like. And it's no delayed emotional intelligence because I'm going to give it up for you, pause right there.
Fair. Heard you. Got it. Okay. Could the Pelicans trade Zion? We'll find out right after the break. Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog picks of the day. On Thursday, the Bulls will play the Celtics. Underdog has Jason Tatum at 27.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
The Bulls still have a team?
Yeah. Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. How dare they be playing in Chicago and not be reminded Jordan used to play here? Give a better effort. What did you just ask?
Jason Tatum, 27.5 points.
I'm going higher.
Yeah, we're high as well.
Okay, Jaylen Brown's at 4.5 assists. You have him higher or lower, Kim?
Lower.
Higher.
Okay.
That's Jaylen Brown, man. That's MVP. That's Batman. We're going to see if he make it to title town, but we'll start here. We're going higher on Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to score more than Jason Tatum, so he ain't passing. That's why I'm going with lower.
Okay. And Zach LaVine's at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You have him higher or lower, Mase?
29, Zach LaVine. Higher. He's playing like he's playing in Chicago. The rest of them, they got to start playing.
Yeah, I'm going higher too for Zach.
Okay.
Is Lonzo back?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Lonzo.
Shout out
The
to
Ball family. And LeVar Ball. We got to have LeVar Ball on the show. He would be
I'd love
good.
to. Absolutely. I'm a big
Good
LeVar
host.
Ball fan.
Yeah.
Be fire. Okay. If you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already an Underdog. So make sure to support the show. Sign up now and you can make your picks too.
Did you see Gino on an Angel Reese shit?
No, what did he say?
Lonzo was trying to tell the nigga you should go overseas, man.
Yeah.
And get
Oh, yeah, I did see that. He said, you had your shot.
yeah. And Gino's like, nah, I'm fighting to get in the G League. I'm still trying to
He's
get
like,
in.
no, when you was at the Swarm, that was your shot.
Right. But
He
then
delayed.
yeah, and then he was like, nah, I ain't going overseas. I'm gonna get it done here. I'm trying to get in the G League. Then Angel Reese came out of nowhere and said, but you're 26. I just say no if you see that. I'm just bringing it up.
I like Angel Reese if she said that. See, she gets it. When she's behind the mic, she say what need to be said.
Yeah.
Facts.
I respect that.
Okay, so we talked about Brandon Ingram, but new information revealed the Pelicans are open to trading Zion, Brandon Ingram, and CJ McCollum. Mase, would any of these trades make sense to you or something that you want to see the Pelicans do?
Yes, I actually do like this idea that they want to trade everybody there. It's like a crazy Eddie Sell back in the days. Everything must go. Pause. McCullen got to go. Zion has to go. Ingram has to go. And I like the fact that Zion may very well end up in Oakland with Golden State, and it'll be a nightmare for the West. And now we'll have the West Coast that we used to see in basketball with. It'll be like Rain Man. What was that? Sean Kemp. Him at Golden State will be a nightmare with Stephen Curry shooting threes. So I could see him going there. I could actually see Zion even making his way to the Knicks. There's always been a fantasy pause that they wanted to see Zion at the New York Knickerbockers. So That would be good. But then Ingram and McCullough, I'm not sure. I think McCullough ends up going back to Portland and finish his career with the team that drafted him. But I definitely see this team as a team that got to clear off everybody that's there, because they never really had the opportunity to make the team they wanted, because it was always somebody trying to go somewhere else or do something different. You could just see it when you see them together. It was no continuity.
Yeah, they blowing the team up. They're sick of everybody. It's time to move on. And listen, I don't know if it's true, false. I can't see the niggas are missing out on a paycheck, because I know it's stipulations in Zion's contract that he doesn't get paid because he missed so many games previously in the past, that so they had a lot of stipulations in this new contract that he signed. So I don't think that he's faking being hurt because he's not getting paid for games he's not playing.
Well, you just hate them that much.
To take a pay cut. I would at least get out there and take my money. So me personally, Zion hasn't been healthy the whole time he's there. Him on Golden State, what Mase said, would be sensational if he's healthy. Brandon Ingram is hurt right now. CJ McCullough, I like CJ a lot. But they're blowing the team up, and I get it. It's time to move on and do something different. I actually spoke to Rich Paul a few days ago, and I was like, hell, bro, it's mighty convenient that your Clutch Sports has Brandon Ingram, right? And then 2 days later, he needs to be traded. Like, what a fucking coincidence. But Brandon, he just said, Killa, I'm just doing what the players asked me to do. I bet you are, Rich. I bet you are.
So does he end up at the Lakers?
That's what that's what I asked him. He said, we'll see. He nigga ain't giving me nothing. He said, we're going to figure it out, man. But, and he didn't tell me this, but, it's not really a secret. His contract is up at the end of the year, so what happens is if you're New Orleans, trade him and try and get something for you, nothing.
Yeah.
So he's hurt now, you're getting no productivity. If he doesn't get back healthy because he's walking around the boot in the next month or two, you lose that time. At least if you try and trade him in the next few weeks, you get somebody who could actually play this season. And he might be delayed. I seen the injury when he got hurt. He ain't faking him, but he might let it be delayed longer than it needs to be delayed. I mean, listen, man, and I have a job to do, but Rich, so I'm going to say what I seen, whether you like it or not. I seen when the Lakers wanted Anthony Davis, that Anthony Davis told New Orleans, I don't play in the fourth quarter no more. I don't know whose idea could that have been, Murder? Yo,
sounds consistent.
It sounds like I know how to deal with these niggas. like I know what to do. I got these niggas. But you got, LeBron goes to LA. He wants Anthony Davis. All of a sudden, Anthony Davis tells the organization, how does your franchise player tell your organization, I don't do fourth quarters? What?
How do you think Ingram looks on San Antonio?
They was talking about that as well. I think that's good. I think that Ingram, that's a great the point that you brought up. But obviously it's not going to happen with just Chris and Wemby. That may be a great third piece, but is it going to help in the West? The West is loaded. That's the thing about it. It seems good. Is that going to get them to an 8th seed? That's the question with all the teams in the West. But I wouldn't be mad at them on San Antonio at all.
Yeah. McCollum probably would be better.
Okay, so it was reported Ime Udoka told James Harden and other vets not to sign with the Rockets during the 2022 to 2023 season because Houston was not a championship contender. He said, you're at the stage where you want to win and we're not there yet. And it wasn't just James. I had 5-6 veteran guys who went to championship level teams who wanted to come that summer. And I said the same thing to all of them. So Mase, do you think that James Harden was given good advice from Ime Udoka?
Ime was at Houston in 2022?
Yeah.
I don't see that, but he was the coach of Boston, right?
Yeah, he was the Celtics coach, and then he got, because the whole Scandal.
So he told him after the scandal, don't come to the Rockets.
Yeah, he said don't sign with the Rockets because Houston was not a championship contender when James Harden wanted to be there.
But now he's coaching that team.
Mhm.
And now
What she's saying is basically when he first got to the Rockets and they were recruiting players, James Harden, I remember, was trying to come back to the Rockets. And he was like, we ain't ready yet. I'm just getting here. I'm getting situated.
Yeah.
This ain't the team for you if you're trying to win a championship. I think that's what she's trying to explain there.
I think he was finessing them because he didn't want them on a team. That's what I heard when I first heard it. You know how you tell a nigga, yo, we ain't ready yet because you know if he goes sign somewhere else, he won't be on your team because you could have very well built around him. So it definitely was a corporate cordial finesse. Like, you know, we're not ready. You want to go somewhere where you're going to win. Because that's the coach saying this. He definitely wants to win, right? And if this player helps you win, why not have him? He didn't want James Harden. I could probably indefinitely say that. He didn't want James Harden. It wouldn't be good for the coach of what he was trying to do. And he already had a lot of young wing players, Jalen, everybody else that was there. And he knew that they could potentially have the Van Fleet. There's no need to have James Harden there. I don't see the reason for it.
I totally agree 100%. I think that it wasn't even about the other players that you named. I think he's like, I got my own thing going on. You got your own thing going on.
And us both together.
It ain't going to work out, bro. I know you coming here to get 40. Niggas did me dirty up there in Boston. I got a point to prove. I'm not here to help you get another MVP. I need to get mine. And I think that he had the right young players like Mase just alluded to. And then you bring in people with, person with championship experience in Van Fleet. Then you bring in somebody who got an attitude and he got a point to prove like Brooks from Memphis and build around the young players. And you'd be like, look, I got niggas to a championship. Actually, the team that I got to the championship just won the championship.
Yeah.
James Harden.
And they was no different than y'all, you know?
Yeah. You know,
telling niggas all that.
Yeah, absolutely. I see everything in them.
Listen to me, though.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think
buy in, pause, all that.
Absolutely. And I don't think that James Harden would have fit that system for what he's trying to do. I like James Harden right now on the Clippers because without Kawhi, we see in the old Houston James Harden a little bit. He's going a little bit crazy. Like, if this is what y'all wanted, this is what I have to do.
That's all. Yeah, I should have just asked for that.
Right. So I think that you're 100% right. I think this was all Gav finesse, whatever you want to call it. But he didn't want James Harden. That's my point.
But
it was like what you say, mate, two things can be right. They wasn't ready to win, and I don't want you.
So now you believe it.
Yeah.
Now you believe in the two things being right.
I never said that they couldn't, but you be using it for whack shit. I never said that slogan wasn't correct, but the way you be using it, it'd be like, okay. like today you could have used like, I did say OKC was going to win. But Chet didn't play, so you know, that might not have been the best example, but it'd be shit like that.
On DeMarco.
Yeah. Shit like that. Yeah, so. But I think it fits for this scenario perfectly for us.
Okay, and then Sixers rookie Jared McCain is out indefinitely with a torn meniscus. Mase, how does this?
Is out?
Yeah.
Oh man, more manis, balls, and more petties. What is he out with?
Petty. A torn meniscus.
Oh, he can't do his toes.
What? What?
I'm just trolling you, Stat. Shout out to McCain. Get healthy. You were really balling. Hate to see you not playing. What do I think about that? I mean, is the only good part about it is that it happened while he's this young. So that means his body, Paul, should be able to really recover pretty fast. And you want to do a lot of research before people just rush to get a surgery, because somebody like Kobe, he went across seas, got the laser surgery, and it ended up helping his leg heal much faster and kept him from re-injuring that same leg. So we have new medicine, we have new technology, and we don't have to run to get those nasty 2 scars on the side of both of your knees and then be half of the player you was before. But I wish you the best, and I hope you return, have a lot of 3-pointers, get your nails colored any color you want, and be a great player as a Sixer.
Nigga tore his meniscus. He be back in 8 weeks. Now we saying the ACL or RCL or CLD, a truck driver CDL. It's a meniscus. You be all right. 8, 9 weeks. It ain't one of them shits where you got to sit out the whole season. Like, you know when you tear your ACL or like your Achilles or whatever? Nah, nigga. I remember her mom, God bless her, that tore meniscus. She was good. Like 6 weeks, man. It's a meniscus. You be all right. I ain't throwing no pity party for the nigga. You be back for the season over.
Heard it here.
It's a meniscus.
Yeah, I was thinking ACL. I had him cross-wired.
Yeah.
But keep my take, Nick.
Yeah. I'm just saying, even if you felt like that, I'm just saying, no delayed emotion. Like, nigga, it's a meniscus, nigga. That's an 8-week injury, 8, 9-week injury. Be all right.
Yeah. I always ask these questions to get you guys' initial reaction, but really what I was just asking is just like all the Sixers injuries that they've had throughout the season. That's kind of where I was going with that.
It's like they cursed.
That's what I was going
Maxey is back, so Maxey is.
Yeah.
It's like it's a Sixers curse or something, right? Everybody just keep getting hurt. I think the progress is over. The process is over. Is it officially over, Killa, the process? Or you still waiting on it?
I'm telling you right now, niggas is 8 and 16.
Process
Process ain't process.
Yeah.
It's a dub. 8 and 16 for the Sixers at this time, at this point of the year, 24 games into the season, after you niggas paid everybody. As an owner, as a GM, I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Yeah, I thought we would own the East.
Right. You know, I'm losing my mind.
Play all P, formerly known as the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
We got my boy Maxey. I saw even Iverson put up something and say when he was in Maxey mode. I'm like, Iverson, don't get that boy AI status just yet now. He's playing good now. But not AI status, not just yet. Close. If he keep it up one more year, we can start talking Iverson level. But right now, it's too early.
Not to cut you off, I meant to tell you, seen Iverson. He told me to tell you what's up, man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Iverson threw us in this Hall of Fame speech when he got inducted to the Hall of Fame, man. It's probably the only way we gonna get in the NBA Hall of Fame again. But he definitely showed us love. Yeah, I seen him in I won't say where he'd be at, but I seen him and he definitely, I forgot to tell you that he told me to tell you what's up.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Fire. Okay, y'all. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.